Hi, my name is Tim and I'm forgiven. They're talking about the gross national product and the amount of money that the federal government spends. For every dollar of gross domestic product, 42 cents of it's federal spending. Now, I don't know how well you understand math or how well you understand business, but 42 cents of every dollar is going to the government. That means if you spend $1, 42 cents of it is the cost of doing business applied by the federal government. Now, you may say that you can say anything you want, but it's 42 cents that comes off out of your pocket. And the thing is, this is just the federal level. We also have the state and local, county, city taxes that go on every single day with every bit of money that you take in and you spend. Now, people think that taxpayers are the people who pay money. It's not taxpayers who spend money. It is spenders. It's people who exchange money that pay taxes. If you buy a piece of property, you pay taxes. If you buy a TV, you pay taxes. If you buy a car, you pay taxes. If you buy groceries, although they don't put sales tax on the end of it, you're paying taxes. Every transaction has an applied amount of taxes, and regardless if you're buying food, car, shoes, clothing, medicine, 42 cents is going toward the federal government. That means if you spend $100, $42 goes toward the federal government. So if you're buying an item that costs $100, $42 of it goes to the federal government. If you remove that cost of doing business, the item will cost you $58. If you subtracted the cost of local and state and county governments, you would probably be looking at $30. Now, that number I'm just throwing out of my head, but I've always assumed that taxes were at least 75% of our expenses in doing business. People think that that's outrageous, and you think that the big guy, you raise his taxes and he has to pay more taxes. Now, people gouge, people lie, people cheat, and people steal. That's the nature of men. It doesn't mean that all men do, and it doesn't mean that all evil men do, because some men may be evil but contain themselves because of fear of getting caught in prison. The penalties. So it's easy to assume that people are doing things, taking your money illegitimately. It's awful hard to say that people are all honest and everything's fair and equal. But for some reason we apply that dishonesty toward businessmen a lot more than we turn it towards politicians. And I believe that our politicians they know full good and well that their cost of doing business is taken from people who spend the money, not the people who make the money, because they can't make the money without you spending the money. So when you give them the dollar, they take the 42 cents out and they send it to the government. They get the credit. You pay the taxes. Now, I keep saying this kind of stuff over and over and over again because I really want to stir up the public like I'm stirred up. I always talk about it. I'm always talking about how the government is riding its citizens to death. Taxation, regulation, control is destroying America. And the more people who sit on their hands and do nothing about it, the harder it's going to be for those who do. I want everyone to look at, to understand, to realize where the problem in America is, and I want action. I want you to do something, because this isn't a one-man show. If it was a one-man show, I'd have it licked, or somebody else would have it licked. It takes everybody. It takes everybody knowing and understanding and talking about the issues. So don't go in the closet and talk about the issues. Go down in public and talk to your neighbor, talk to people at church about the issues. Let's get people to realize that 42 cents of their dollar, it don't matter where you get the money from. When you spend it, 42 cents of it goes towards taxes, federal. 60, 70, 80 cents of it goes towards taxes. If we reduce the size of government, we reduce their take, we reduce inflation, we reduce cost of doing business, we can actually turn these things around. And it doesn't just, it's not just a federal end. We need to get our county representatives, our city representatives, city councilmen, we need to get all of them focused on spending less of our money and charging us less, of course. And this is, no matter how you slice taxes up, oh, we're getting it here, we're getting it there, we're getting it here, there, there. It all comes from people who are spending the money, not from people who are investing, not from people who are making the money. It all comes from people who are spending the money. Investments do not pay taxes unless there is a return. Investors don't collect taxes from anywhere except for from where they get their return, which is from transactions. So they're paying taxes with the money they collect from you. Everyone needs to focus on this cold, hard reality. God bless you.